Why so serious? Aaron Whitlow.
Let's put a smile on that face. Brandon Spivey.
And we are the Markout Movie Podcasters. Want to flip for it? Oh, today we are. It was a little Harvey Dent. Where's Harvey Dent? Today we are doing Dark Knight, which is the 2008 sequel to the 2003. It was 2003.
I don't know that one.
Well, I can look real quick. It's the sequel to the
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, which was somewhere escaping me. Where there's a lot of Batman on. It's like overwhelmingly Batman.
2005.
2005. Okay, so it is the sequel to Batman Begins 2005. This is the 2008 follow-up, which, in my opinion, Brandon,
everyone's opinion,
is better. Yeah, this is a fact now. It's not like, you might have one guy out there that's like, technically, Batman Begins is there, but
I can't imagine one person ever saying Batman Begins is better than The Dark Knight.
No,
I honestly, I can't, and I'm not being biased because I'm a Joker fan. I just honestly, film wise, I just can't see it.
Oh, me neither.
I think Dark Knight was just a perfect comic book film that didn't really feel like a comic book film.
I agree. And so let me get to I should have had this up. I was lollygagging.
And he tells me to come prepared.
What am I? Bus? I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, so Dark Knight, whenever IMDb comes along, right? Oh, by the way, if you see us looking up, if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook on our Markout Movie Podcast channel or anywhere, you'll see us looking up because we're referencing the movie. We have it playing there. But yeah, essentially, because this is not working. Where is this app? Died on me. All right.
What we want to do?
I was trying to pull up the tell them what the movie's about, but
it's about Joker creating chaos.
Yeah, pretty much. So, all right, Dark Knight.
Do you want to know how he got these scars?
Well, it's about how he gets the scars, but no one really knows how he got the scars. But all right, so here we go. I'm just gonna give a little. With the help of allies, Lieutenant Jim Gordon and DA Harvey Dent, Batman has been able to keep a tight lid on crime in Gotham City. But when a vile young criminal calling himself the Joker, Heath Ledger, suddenly throws the town into chaos, and the Caped Crusader begins to tread a fine line between heroism and vigilantism.
Close enough.
Yeah, it stars Christian Bale as the Caped Crusader Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. Heath Ledger as the best Joker to ever live, and Gary Oldman as James Gordon, who does a pretty good James Gordon. Michael Caine as Alfred Pennywise, and Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox, and Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face, and then Scarecrow, and also Maggie Gyllenhaal's in there. Taking over for Rachel Dawes, who was played by who, Brandon?
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes from what show, Brandon?
Dawson's Creek. I don't want to wait.
Was she Joey?
Yes, she was.
She was Joey.
You really haven't seen it, have you?
Never seen the show. But Brandon's going to hit you with the numbers and what it did in the box office. Brandon?
It got a 9 out of 10 on the IMDb. Got a 4.5 out of 5 on iTunes. I don't know. How does iTunes rate?
I don't know nothing about iTunes. I don't know if you can rent movies on there.
94% like it on Google. It's got a Rotten Tomato score of 94%. The audience score is loading. It's still loading.
My internet must be bad today, guys.
Oh, 94% audience score as well. and it made $1 billion at the box office.
$1 billion. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the movie starts out with you see a man standing with a clown mask, and he gets into a vehicle, and he's and it starts off this whole robbery thing. You got some guys getting into a building and breaking in, and then another guy shoots him. He's told to shoot the guy that breaks into the building, and then another guy is told to shoot this other guy that breaks to the vault, who disables the systems, who does it. Everybody's told to shoot everybody, and then you have like this scene, which was a really good scene where one guy's like, we don't know his Joker at the time, but he's like, hey, is he out? And Joker's like, he just nods yes. Yeah. And then the guy, stands up and gets shot, and Joker shoots him because now the guy's out. But oh man. But then like he was like, oh, you were told to I bet you were told to kill me, right?
No, that's the bus driver.
No. That's the bus driver.
Bus driver.
What do you mean bus driver? And then like he gets out of the way, and bus driver like clockwork comes in, smashes through the wall, and kills the guy, and then his job was to kill the actual bus driver.
Yeah.
And he kills the bus driver, and he gets into the bus. But before he leaves, boom. Before he leaves, I love how his reaction is. You see that? He's going, and I love how, so before he leaves, the guy that was trying to defend the bank, he puts a smoke bomb in his mouth, I guess, and reveals himself to be the Joker. And oh man,
so he gives him one of the best quotes in the movie though, because he's asking him, "What do you believe in?" I believe what doesn't kill you makes you, and he's kind of revealing himself, stranger. Yeah. Everything about Heath in this movie though is, oh man, it's just perfect. Everything he does, his mannerisms, his walk, his smile, his laughter, it's perfect acting. It's like, now how did you feel back in 2008 when you first witnessed this movie?
Well, backstory, I was aware of Heath through, I would say, 10 Things I Hate About You as my first seeing Heath Ledger.
I actually think my first time watching it was probably The Patriot.
But he was in there, wasn't he? He was like the son.
He was Mel's oldest son.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that movie. But also, I seen him in what was that? Rock? What was that? Royal? It's a movie.
Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. But anyway,
I actually love it.
Did you?
I thought it was fun.
But I remember him in that as well. But when going into this movie, knowing that the Joker was going to be in it, my first thought was like everyone's thought, honestly, at the time probably is, who's going to outdo Jack Nicholson's Joker? Because Jack killed it as Joker in the Tim Burton's Batman. And so I was thinking, well, there's no way Heath Ledger is going to do this. But when I seen him in that moment that they finally reveal him and the way he carries himself, and what really won him over for me is the magic trick.
Oh yeah. When
he does the magic trick, I'm like, all right, I'm sold on this guy. I love, and he said, "Till I see it's gone." I was like, oh my goodness, I love this guy. And
then don't blow it out of proportion when he's got a bomb strapped to him.
Yeah.
He was perfect in this movie, and I agree with you. I didn't. When this was announced, they said Heath Ledger. I didn't hate the casting at all. I thought, well, because I had seen The Patriot, I had seen him do something serious, and I was like, okay, he's a really good actor. And I know people were probably looking at him as the 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
That role.
Which he was great in that movie.
Yeah, he was good. But a lot of people feel like people that do those teen romance films that, for whatever reason, just can't act.
or can't be more than that. Like
Zac Efron's another example.
Absolutely.
He can act.
Robert Pattinson is another guy that can actually really act.
Yeah, he can.
And people want to pigeonhole him as just being Edward, Cullen, which he's more than that.
Yeah, I don't even.
What was the name? What? Daniel Radcliffe. He's more than Harry Potter, but people want to just keep him being Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Radcliffe.
Sean Astin, another guy that people want to keep being just either. But now they see him as Samwise, but my generation knew him as Mikey from the Goonies.
You know what? For me, it's never really been Goonies. It's strange to say that, but it's really never been the Goonies. Even though I know that's what he's known for the most. For me, it's always been Rudy.
Mm.
I love that movie. I love that story. So that's what I always.
Yeah, I like Rudy. Well, I'm not going to say that I like Rudy because we had to watch it every year in school.
Oh, well, I didn't have that privilege.
My bad, bro. But back to the Dark Knight. But yeah, I agree with you. What you're saying is that Heath Ledger. You didn't think that. You think that people wouldn't want him to shift out of that box of teen star?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Like Josh Hartnett and the other guys in that era.
Yeah. And I think he was probably the best of the best.
Best out of that era, absolutely.
Yeah.
Be better than Josh. Josh would be a close second. But yeah, he's.
The problem with Josh though, he never got the opportunity like Heath did, and I love Josh. I wished he would get more opportunities than he's gotten. But needless to say, no, I don't think anyone there, to your point, thought, oh, okay, he's going to top Jack. Because at this point, Jack's everyone. I think everyone's favorite. Or majority. He was the favorite. But I don't know. When I saw the trailer to this, I was going no matter what. And I knew he had just passed. So I thought more people would go just because of that.
Just because everything.
But when I saw the trailer, I was like, he's going to top Jack. I felt it. I felt he's like, this would be the defining Joker.
He is. He is. He's the Joker that everyone now will like. He's the bar.
Yeah, he is.
But just like in my opinion, Keaton is the bar for Batman. I think that Heath is the bar for Heath bar. He's the bar for Joker. And I think that and actually, and with that being said, I think Aaron Eckhart is the bar for Two-Face. Because it's a low bar anyway.
But he does amazing.
But he does an amazing job in this.
Harvey did.
Yeah.
And it's when he does become Two-Face.
Yeah.
But Aaron's a tremendous actor as well. I mean, but the bar wasn't set high.
No.
Tommy did a horrible job in Batman Forever. Yeah. And I don't know if there was another
Two-Face. I actually thought that, and
live action wise, I don't know if there was another one, but
I also thought Jim Carrey was. I just don't like that movie. I just don't like that movie. I'm not huge on Jim, but
I love Jim. I've always loved Jim, and I loved Jim back when '94 or whenever it came out. But I rewatched it last year. Man, that movie sucks. Everybody is awful in that movie. Everybody, even Jim. You will never hear me say Jim Carrey's bad in anything.
Well, he's
bad.
He's bad in that.
In my opinion, he's bad. Like, I don't know if it was his fault or if it's Joel's fault or it just wasn't a good movie. It's just not. But but back to this, like you said, Aaron, he set the bar for Two-Face, and I believe he did. He set the bar for Joker. That's still today. I'm not even gonna give Christian Bale his props. I think he did a good job here, and I think he had a lot of pressure on him because when Batman Begins, he was going up against Liam Neeson, and Cillian Murphy is Scarecrow.
Yeah,
and we both talked before this that Scarecrow is not.
He's the weakest out of the whole villains, especially in Begins.
Yeah.
After the initial thing of what he does, he's a pretty weak character. But then you needed a Ra's al Ghul to come through and be like, the more like because you believe there really is a threat with Rajan Ghul that he's really wanting to destroy or kill Gotham.
And
Well,
it's a good story between him and Bruce because he trained him, and it's just an overall good story between those two characters. But I agree with you. Scarecrow is just so far in the movies that he's been a part of, he's just not. He's not that strong of a character. Yeah. He's not as strong of a villain, But
I do want to point out also a couple of things. One, this series, this trilogy, I really enjoyed Michael Caine as Alfred Pennywise. Did I say it right? Not Pennywise, Pennyworth. Yeah, Pennyworth. I always just call him Alfred, but anyway, I liked him. And we got to point out an elephant in the room too. But so him, I liked him. I thought he was excellent. And then also, I loved how Christian Bale played not only Batman, but I loved how he made it different when he played Bruce. You know, when he played Bruce as this party boy, drunkard guy, so that no one would ever think Bruce Wayne is Batman. I love that. Whereas with Michael Keaton, I loved him as Batman, but his Bruce Wayne is essentially Batman.
Yeah.
It's in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that, especially in Batman Returns. That is what it's called, right?
Batman Returns, yeah.
But I agree with that. You said where there was an elephant in the room.
Yeah, the elephant in the room is the fact that in Batman Begins, we had Dawson's Creek chick, Joey. Katie Holmes.
And the only reason she's not in this movie.
Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. Why didn't she return?
Tom Cruise.
All right. Put it out there. That's the elephant.
I love you, Tom, but darn it, man. Let people shine. Especially her. She's from Dawson's Creek. Come on.
Is it because like
he thought he was afraid she was gonna become a bigger star than him?
That probably ultimately also led to their divorce, probably too.
Yeah, and I think he had the same fear of Nicole Kidman. And I don't know. He's very short, and I think he has like a Napoleon complex. But yeah, he's definitely very insecure, and I love Tom Cruise. You won't hear me say much bad about the guy, but I do feel like he is insecure, and I felt like she got this role in Batman Begins, and she would have probably skyrocketed if she would have been part of this movie.
I don't think that they would have honestly killed off the character. Spoilers, guys. I don't think that they would have killed off Rachel's character in this movie, in this series, had Katie Holmes returned. I think that because Katie Holmes is more bankable than Maggie Gyllenhaal. No doubt she is, and I don't think that they would have did a one and done or I still consider this a one and done because they kill off the character, and they did it for Harvey Dent to push him over the edge, and I can understand that too, but I don't know. It could have went either way.
Him losing Rachel set him off. I don't know if it was in the when they in the early stages when Katie was going to come back. I don't know if that's how they were going to do Harvey's character or not, but I think it worked overall. I thought Maggie was great in the movie. I think she is a better actress than Katie.
You think Maggie is?
Yeah.
Maggie, but Katie's a bigger star. I don't know about now. I would say still even now. I mean, they're probably pretty even. Yeah. But either way,
you don't really hear much for either one.
Either way, Anne Hathaway coming up in the next one was a good grab for this series because she's excellent. I love Anne Hathaway, regardless. So I'm a fan of her. So yeah. But
she's definitely a bigger star.
Yeah.
Of the trio. So.
But this one, that's the elephant in the room that I was referring to. The fact that Katie Holmes did not return because of Tom Cruise, and we got Maggie Gyllenhaal, which was more distracting for me because at the time I didn't think. I was like, I didn't think about the fact that she replaced this character. I just was like, well, who is this chick? But then it didn't dawn on me until later on. Like actually, the second viewing that I did for this, I was like, yeah, okay, it's the same. Okay, so she's the
So
same
you
character.
didn't really pick up on it.
I did not pick up on it.
See, honestly,
It was disjointed. My first viewing of this was very disjointed.
I didn't see Batman Begins after I watched this.
Oh, really?
Originally, yeah,
Oh, that's
I'm
so out of
not,
order, man. You're so weird.
but I normally do things in order. But I'm not the biggest Batman fan, and I was totally there for Joker. Like he's like my favorite
Villain?
Well, it's not
Batman
even villain. It's any superhero character. Period. Villain.
He's much
Hero.
better than Lex Luthor. He's like, I can't think of his equivalent in Marvel. I can't think of his equivalent in Marvel. I think he's
Maybe
Joker.
Loki.
Yeah, I would say maybe, but Joker is just he's that character that is just iconic.
Yeah,
He's a very iconic character.
he's just, in my opinion, just my opinion. He's just as big as Batman.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you see Batman, you want Joker.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why we give it hell whenever we have someone like Jared Leto showing up in Suicide Squad. Is this like, they didn't get it right, but I'm glad that they went back to get it right with this with the cut.
Snyder.
Yeah. I felt that they did it right then. I like that. But also Joaquin Phoenix does a great job as Joker, but none of them can touch Heath. I think Heath totally made it his own, and anybody that does it next after that is almost like mimicking him, but try to put a little twist on Heath's Joker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
That's how I felt with Jared Leto. He tried to mimic him in a bit, but he couldn't really fully.
Jared Leto's Joker, for me, I hadn't seen the Snyder Cut, so I can't say what they did or didn't do. But for Suicide Squad, it just came off so ghetto. Like, he came off more of a mobster.
Like like a hoodlum or something.
I can't think of that rapper that sold out everybody, but he kind of looked like him.
Vanilla Ice. I don't know.
No, it was a rapper that sold out everybody. And I don't know. He was big in the news like a year or two ago.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
He was all tatted in the forehead and just he had gold.
Oh yeah.
Jared Leto's Joker reminds me of him.
6ix9ine, yeah.
Yeah,
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
That guy.
I don't know the kid's name. He's an idiot. Okay.
But,
yeah, I said he's an idiot. Come at me. But anyway,
I'm not gonna say he's an idiot, but that's what Jared Leto's Joker reminds me of.
Yeah.
But someone that's ghetto and all tatted in the forehead.
But a weak character. But yeah, I think that this movie though, this is a testament to Heath Ledger's in this film. You constantly want to see him on screen. Like whenever he's not on screen, you're waiting to see him on screen. We get John Michael White. Is it John Michael White or
Michael J. White?
Michael J. White. Yeah. Hey, we got him in this film.
Eric
Roberts, who is the least of the all Roberts. Emma is bigger than him. His daughter. Okay, but
we got
my boy Bill Dozer says, first of all, whoa there, cowboy. Mark Hamill is the Joker is arguably the best of all time. I agree though. Leto was terrible. Yeah, I understand. Mark Hamill in Batman the animated series. But don't kill me, Bill. I haven't really watched that. I need to. It's on my list. He's gonna come back. I mean, I know it. I know this. All right, Tekashi, whatever the hell that number is, pretty terrible.
19.
Yeah, he's trash. He's trash. That guy's he's trash.
And we also got to throw out another 80s from the Brat Pack is in this movie. Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah, he is.
It was nice to see him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I never
really
funny. I forgot that Anthony Michael Hall is in this movie.
I never really picked up on it till I was watching it last night.
Like,
wait, that's Anthony Michael Hall. Because he looks so different as an adult than he did as a kid.
Yeah,
or a teenager or a young adult. He's really aged.
When I seen his reemergence, it was in like Edward Scissorhands because he played like the villainous boyfriend of Winona Ryder. and I think that I thought that he. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I kept a comment up there. Yeah, but we still agree. We're standing with you. But yeah. So when I seen him then, it was like, oh, this is the part. So when Joker does the magic trick, and the dude's goon comes and he just puts the pencil in his head, see, it's gone. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And he looks at him. The guy's like amused. He's like, yeah, it's gone. But I love this man. Just he stole the scene, and you have some really good actors. Actually, I'm not gonna knock Eric Roberts. He's actually a pretty good actor. I know you like him from
Yeah,
Best
best
of
of
the
the
Best.
best. I mean, I liked him in other stuff too. Runaway Train with John Boy.
I liked him in the first what's that with Stallone?
Specialist.
No, with the he's in a very he was the
Expendables.
he's the villain in the original one.
He
Yeah.
was so weak though in that movie.
You didn't like him in it?
I mean, I liked.
I like Stone Cold in there. So
I mean, I liked him, but I also thought he was very weak. He wasn't Van Damme, you know.
No, Van Damme.
I felt like Eric could have been tougher.
Yeah.
Instead of like the suit.
Well, I think that's why you have a Steve Austin there.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm glad Austin got an opportunity. I don't feel it was deserved.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's deserved in the sense that he's a huge name and he's from wrestling. But
yeah.
Acting wise, they could have went with so many other different people.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but I'm glad to see Austin, and that unfortunately did not kick off a film career for him. But they tried. They tried it.
Yeah, Sly tried to help him. And
the kid just didn't have it. No, I love Austin. All right, yeah, Bill. Let's see what he says. Mark Hamill played the Joker in a ton of other DC animated series, movies, and video games. He can do comedy and go dark. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mark Hamill is the man.
I love him as Chucky. Just throwing it out there.
There you go. He's the only obviously I like Brad.
Brad's the defining. I mean, I would never say he's better than Brad. I don't want to say that. So, I did love him as the new Chucky. The direction they went for that movie, I loved Mark as the voice.
Yeah, it's your part right here with him holding that bomb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Blow it out of proportion.
But yeah, just what I was saying about Heath Ledger though. Every time he came on screen, he stole the show. Just stole every scene that he was in, and just you wanted more of him.
Yeah, like I became obsessed with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie about it. I did. I became obsessed. You remember when he's Batman's chasing him and he's in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, hit me. Come on. I did that one night at Walmart.
For someone, what's wrong with you?
Me and Andy were just walking right down the aisle in dairy department, and there's this older woman.
Oh Lord.
There's this older woman just shopping. And I'm like, come on, hit me, come on, hit me. And she literally jumped 10 feet in the air.
No, don't do this to old people, man.
I didn't know she was standing there. I was in the moment playing the Joker because I did it all the time. I voiced. Like I said, I became obsessed with this movie. It became
maybe I should have chosen this movie.
like I'm trying to tame it down for this episode, but like I really get excited when we talk about Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah.
Because I think it is like the best performance in the last 25, 30 years. I don't think anyone can top this performance.
How do you feel about Morgan Freeman in this film?
Like
I thought he was good as Lucius Fox.
I think he's good in it, but I don't care for the character all that much.
No.
Like, is he really? You know more about Batman characters than me. Is he based on a comic book character?
You had that. We should have Bill on this episode. Honestly, this man knows more about the comic book stuff than I do. I know of the movies.
Yeah,
it's my first time being from, and plus I'm not a huge DC guy. I'm just now trying to get into some DC stuff. I like I said, I like Batman Ninja or Ninja Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know, vice versa.
But in every Batman comic book I've ever read, I've never seen him
Oh, here's my boy. He's gonna eat me up, man. Markout Movie Podcast meets cancel culture 32. Poor elderly woman at Walmart.
You're
Man,
welcome.
this guy, I don't know who else in their life ever said that they scared an elderly woman in the dairy. She probably doesn't want to drink milk for the rest of her life. She probably goes to Walmart and peep around the corner first to be sure ain't nobody in there standing in the middle of the house.
Hey, I do what I can.
No, Brandon. But no. I think that this movie just has a lot of like, for me, everything that was good about this movie is Heath. Everything bad about this movie is honestly everybody else. I thought nobody else.
Bad?
No, not bad, but just not. It's like if they just made a supercut of just Joker, I would have been fine with that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with
He's
you.
just
Though.
so good in it.
I agree that you wanted him on the screen every time he wasn't, and I think everyone else does a good job though in their roles, but there was no way they were going to top his energy or match his energy or his acting ability. I mean, no one was touching Heath Ledger in this movie. I mean, this is, in my opinion, I've always said this since watching it, this is really the Joker's movie.
Yeah.
But essentially Joker wins. You know, he gets caught in the end, of course, but he accomplished his goal, which was to turn the White Knight bad and make Batman the actual villain. And he did it. And so, you know, and I was actually impressed they went in that direction by the end of the movie that, you know, Joker kind of wins.
Yeah.
You don't see that in a Batman movie.
No.
Batman actually losing.
Well, in a
sense.
There is one scene at the end where he thought, because the Joker is meticulously planned everything, like down to the most minute.
And I love how he says he's not a man with a plan.
Yeah, but everything works out perfectly. Like when he escapes from the bank, and he just happens to fall right in line with field trip with other kids. I assume it was field trip. It was a bunch of full of kids. So yeah, he just fell right in line and just perfect getaway. But I just felt like, but at the end, when people didn't react the way he thought they was gonna react, that's when he lost.
Yeah.
He didn't lose physically in his, or get beat or killed or whatever, but he lost. And they didn't kill him obviously because they wanted him back because his freaking Heath Ledger killed his role. But my boy Bill says, go ahead.
Are you kidding me? I'm doing that when I go grocery shopping this weekend and making it a TikTok video. You're welcome.
He's going to be famous. He's going to go viral. They made a supercut of Joker. It's called Joker. You're stupid. Sorry, Joaquin Phoenix, who, in my very humble opinion, played a better Joker than Ledger. That is not taken away from Ledger's performance. Yeah, I thought that with Joaquin, I thought Joaquin did a great job with becoming almost like when Batman Begins was becoming Batman. I thought Joker did a great job of showing how society and a mental illness and everything can make someone push them to become.
It is a great
it's an excellent film
of someone that is dealing with mental illness.
And actually,
honestly, it's
in watching this movie and thinking about Joker while I was watching this movie, I was thinking, man, I love the way that Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, how they portrayed Gotham, how dirty Gotham was. But see, with everything else, even with the with the Tim Burton Batman, it felt like Gotham was more comic book like, you know what I'm saying, like cartoonish almost. It felt to me. It also felt very 50s or 60s type of, because it was that noir type of stuff, right? And then like with this, I felt Gotham was a little bit more modern, but I still didn't feel like Gotham was as violent or as dirty as they say it is.
Yeah.
But with that movie, I felt like the Gotham, everything you see in the background, the garbage piled up and everything, it just felt like a very bad place you don't ever want to go.
Yeah, Yeah, I agree. And Joker, Gotham is not a place I would ever want to visit. Nothing about it seems like it would be pleasurable at all. And you get a guy like Arthur Fleck, I believe that was his last
I
name.
think so. Yeah, you killed it. Go ahead. You just look it up.
No, I didn't.
Oh wow.
But just remembering it,
He's a Joker guy.
I am a fan, super fan. But I love I do love Joaquin's performance in that movie, and I do think it's the second best performance. And I take nothing away from Joaquin or Heath. I mean, I love that Joaquin played it differently, and
Absolutely.
he played it more about mental illness because you were rooting for this guy, and to see the transformation
was so shocking. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I love it.
When he finally gets on the talk show, which is what he's been dreaming of and fantasizing about. Oh man! And then what happens on that talk show, which De Niro pushed his buttons. I mean, he pushed him there. I mean,
yeah.
But Joaquin was going to do it anyway. I mean, Arthur was going to do it anyway, and it is literally one of my favorite films.
There's a scene in that movie. We got to review that sometime. But there's a scene in that movie where we did review it before, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did it.
I don't think so.
Oh,
we talked about it,
but
I don't think we actually reviewed it.
There's a scene in the movie where the little short guy, the little person.
Oh yeah.
He tries to get out of the house, and the lock is too far up, and he's just like. He has that moment of like, oh Lord, I just need your help because you're gonna kill me. I can't do anything about it. And then like he's like, okay, I always like you. You're always nice to me. And open the door and let him out. But I'm like, there's that moment where it's not supposed to be funny, but it was hilarious. Or maybe it was supposed to be funny because I laughed. I died laughing in the theater when that happened. It's terrible. I'm a terrible person. But.
You heard it here. He's
Cancel culture. 3, 2, 1.
I scare old women in Walmart. So there you go.
I love it. I laugh at vertically challenged people. It's what it's what we do on the Markout Movie Podcast. But anyway,
no, we don't.
No, we don't. What do you think about Batman's tech? I was thinking about this too when watching this movie. Then I was thinking about Batman's tech compared to say. In my tech from Mission Impossible or Bond's tech in the 007 films. Yeah. Who do you think got the coolest tech?
Can I go with Vin Diesel and Triple X? I'm joking. I'm joking. But best tech. I mean, overall.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of Bond films, but I have seen the newer ones.
Yeah, we can go with just the newer ones, like the Daniel Craig stuff.
Bond's got some pretty cool tech, but honestly, what Nolan did here with Batman, I gotta say him.
Yeah, I was gonna go with that too. What I love about Nolan's Batman stuff is like everything that Batman has is realistic. Like I can really see someone having like this vehicle. Or I can really see someone having in the second one that motorbike, the bike, and then even the plane. But I love like the sonar, the stuff they use to use people's cell phones to kind of get to see sonar like a way back can see or whatever. I thought that was really
and they actually do that in the video games too, which I love. I mean, I
haven't played Arkham Asylum. I need to. I'm so behind.
Yeah, I haven't played though. I played one of them. I've played the Telltales.
I know who has played.
Bill.
Bill's played.
Bill's played.
But
I played Origins, and that was pretty fun. And I love Batman's tech. That's one thing I will say about him that I do love his tech. I just love it. And Nolan did an excellent job here with the tech, especially later in the movie, where you can see who's really, who they are. He shows who they are. He shows, because he thinks the people in the mask are villains and criminals and they're really hostages, and I love that.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that. But
it's Joker, so that's one thing I love about
Joker's mastermind.
Joker is so good at like coming up with like ideas to and really. He's an anarchist. He wants chaos.
He does.
Like he has all the money and burns it.
Burns it.
Why? Because he says I'm a cheap, man. I love things like
Dynamite
and gasoline and fire. They all have in common.
they burn.
They burn. Stuff like that. Yeah, he and Jesse burn. I love how he does that Scrooge McDuck moment where he jumps down the money.
Yeah.
Like slides, and you think, oh, he's. But what I love about Joker is that he is not about the money. That is not. No. If you think about, and this is a stretch, but if you think about like Die Hard, right? Hans Gruber started out saying, "Well, I'm about letting the prisoners go, my brothers and stuff go, blah blah blah." Yeah. But at the end of the movie, he's honestly there about the money. He's not there about anything else.
No, it's to get the money. The money is the motivation.
His brother Simon in Die Hard with a Vengeance, his was about money. All those are about money. They might say that they're about this, but ultimately he's about to go. He wanted to go.
Simon wanted revenge, but ultimately it was all about the gold.
Yeah. Whereas in this movie, it is all about chaos. It's about chaos.
It's why he's perfect.
Yeah.
To be a villain, because it's not about money.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He literally doesn't care about the money. I love how, as the time goes by, the Joker has kept the same makeup on, and hasn't changed the makeup. Oh, he took it off once, obviously when he actually twice. Once when he was being a cop.
Yeah,
he took it off when he was being a cop. But I love how he even had it on when he was being the nurse. He just turned around. And oh man, just that whole scene too. Just
hi.
Yeah. But yeah, he shines a light on the corrupt nature in the police force too.
Yeah.
Because Falcone's guys and stuff like that.
He's a villain, but he's kind of a good guy in a sense. Mm-hmm. That he's showing who's fake. I mean, who's corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
He's bringing it to light. And I
also like Lego Batman. I'm gonna throw that out there too. I'm sorry, it's random. I just thought about that. Go ahead.
Oh man, they become friends in that.
I love it.
Joker and Batman become friends.
I own it. I own Lego Batman because it's such a.
I actually wouldn't mind a movie in an alternate universe where Batman and Joker are actually friends.
Yeah. You should see Snyder Cut. But no.
What?
No. No.
Are they friends? Because that makes literally no sense.
No. You should watch it. You should watch it.
I should watch it.
We might. No, we don't have time today. But
we definitely don't have time to watch a 4-hour movie.
No, that would be really cool though.
Just like an alternate, universe. I mean, not.
Well, they are.
Sense.
The thing about it is, like if you think about Superman and Lex Luthor, they are the yin to each other's yang.
Yeah.
But their relationship isn't as strong as Batman and Joker's. I think Batman and Joker's relationship, like especially with Heath in this, he says, "I never wanted to kill you." You
complete.
Yeah.
I mean, I can really do it better, but go ahead.
No. You give me your best. You better do it right too.
It's been a long time. I mean, it's been a very long time since I've done the Joker, but
don't overact it either.
I have to overact. When you play Joker, you have to overact just a little bit,
or you could just be subtle. Subtle.
No, you gotta really go for it.
How about I put a smile on that face?
No.
It's bad.
You're not there yet, Aaron.
Oh, Lord. All right, Brandon, let me see yours. Go ahead.
No, I ain't gonna do it. I have videos of it though. I used to tank myself all the time playing the Joker.
Well, we don't want to see your videos.
One's on Facebook.
Oh Lord. But anyway, no, my point though.
Go ahead.
Is that they, as Joker says, they complete each other.
Yeah, they do.
They are literally. Yeah, they are such a great pairing.
They really are.
And in this movie, especially, like I love how no matter how hard, Batman, I just started laughing because I thought it's funny when it happened because when Joker is in custody and he's sitting at the police station and he's like talking to Harvey Dent and Harvey's like, I'm gonna go get some coffee. He's like, oh, okay.
No,
So
that was
good cop.
that was Gordon.
Yeah. He's like, oh, good cop, bad cop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, which one are you? So he leaves, and then the lights go off, and then comes back up, and Batman is behind him, and then like he just takes his head and just rams in the desk. He's like, ah. He's like,
never start with a face.
yeah.
Because you can't feel the next.
Yeah, he says, and then your brain gets all woozy, and
then it hits him in the hand, and he's like, "See?"
yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, he hits him in the hand, and he didn't respond to it. He didn't respond to the pain. And no matter how much Batman hit him, he didn't. And then, like, I love even the end of the whole interrogation was part of his plot. Like
everything's part of it. He thought it all out.
Like even the fat guy, they had the bomb in him. He thought he had that set up. He had he had the he told Batman, he told him the address, but Batman didn't think the way Joker thought. Batman thought what Joker just gave me the truth.
I mean, honestly, you can't think like a madman. You honestly can't think of what they would do.
But so Batman does try to go save Rachel, but he gives him Harvey's address. So Harvey goes in and sees Batman. And he's like, no, you're at the wrong place. You're here. You should be there. And Batman knows this too. He's like, oh Lord, because he didn't want Rachel to die. And then you have.
See, it would have been better, in my opinion, this would have been really over if Joker actually knew who Batman was. Like
he never does.
No, he never does. But if he would have known that Rachel meant something to Bruce and intentionally set him up, that would just have be cold.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold anyway that he lied about it, but it would have been even deeper.
Yeah. I didn't even think about the fact that like he doesn't know who Batman is.
He wants to know, but then at the end he doesn't want to know.
Yeah, whereas you say
it's gonna get revealed.
I think with Bane, like he already knew. He was like, come on, Bruce, we know who you are under that mask. That's my Bane.
I'm not judging your Bane. I'm not judging anything.
He holds his jacket like this most of the time, like this.
I couldn't do Bane if I tried.
I can't do it. I can't do Bane. I try to do it, but I
do have a friend that can really do him really
well. I'm gonna mention this real quick. I think Tom Hardy was perfect to be the next person after Heath to kind of be the villain. And I thought he does an excellent job because I don't read the comics, right? Like that. When I think of Bane, I think about that dude that can't talk in that one. It was a Batman Forever.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Ivy, Poison Ivy. That one, the one that had Bane.
Yeah,
just like that's what I thought about Bane.
It wasn't bad in that though. I would say that's Batman and Robin though. So
yeah,
I don't hate Batman and Robin. It knew what it was, and I think it's a fun film.
Is that the one with your Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I love him. He's got great. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say that is why you love it. I don't love the movie, by the way. I enjoy it. I have fun with it. I hate George Clooney as Batman though. He's awful.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate Chris O'Donnell as Robin.
George Clooney never was to me Batman, and I say this because watching this with Christian Bale, actually Christian Bale disappeared into the role and became Batman.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I think of Christian Bale, I think about him in American Psycho and him being this serial killer, and I thought about him being this guy that and it worked out in this sense because if you think about the darkness of Batman, like if you look at Christian Bale in this movie, he looks like at any minute he could kill you, don't he?
Yeah.
He just looks like at any minute he could just like take you out, but he has a rule with not killing people, I guess.
Yeah, and Joker brings that up at the end.
Yeah.
You're like, you won't kill me because of this cold you have, and I won't kill you because you're so much fun.
But
I mean, it's just when Heath was delivering his lines, I couldn't help laugh 9 times out of 10. And it's not even funny. It's just the madness, the craziness. It just, I don't know. It triggered something that I thought was funny.
I love this part when so Joker essentially puts a hit out. I don't know if I won't really even say it was Joker
when Batman says "Let her go."
Yeah.
Poor choice of words.
Yeah. But like this part when he takes over the party, and like she punches him, and he's like, "Oh, you got a little fight in you. I like that." And he says, "Were you gonna love me? Or you gonna really love me?" And then like he punches him, which is almost like a reference to I think it's a reference to the old Batman too, but it was Jack Nicholson. He said, "Wait till you get wait till they get a load of me."
Yeah,
or something like that. But yeah, I love this whole thing like with Batman, and I love how he dismantles the gun.
Yeah,
and he's such a Christian Bale. I give him props. He does a great job as a Batman.
I was never when these movies came out. I was never a Christian Bale fan.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly wasn't.
I'm not a Christian Bale fan now.
I am.
I liked him in this movie.
He won me over. I'll even tell you the movie that he really won me over.
Is the Mechanic?
No. I love that movie though. But the fighter, the drug.
With him and Tom Hardy, right?
No, Mark Wahlberg.
Is that Mark Wahlberg?
But Bell won, I think, best
supporting Warrior. Actor. Maybe
Warrior. Yeah, Hardy's in Warrior.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, the fighter, which is based on a true story about the two brothers that were boxers.
I love that. You see that little subtle thing of him straightening his hair up when he's talking to a woman. I love it. But yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing in this movie. I go back and watch this movie, and I'm really impressed with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Now, and I wasn't at the time because I thought, man, he really got outplayed here, and he does outperform everyone.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah. I would say that in this film, like in this series, this is the only time I really like Christian Bale. American Psycho, I know a lot of people love that movie. I absolutely don't really like it. I thought it was
seen it once.
Yeah, it wasn't memorable for me in the sense of like.
Now when he kills Jared Leto, I think that's a memorable scene.
It was very memorable when he does that. But how you gonna kill the other Joker, right? But
before he became Joker.
Yeah. How do you think about that? I love how all these people have pretty much encountered each other and other stuff like Heath and the dude that plays the pseudo Robin in the next one.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Who I thought would have been a perfect Joker if they were going to replace Heath after his passing, because they look so similar in the face.
Yeah.
And Joseph's a really good actor.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could reach that, but I don't think anyone really can.
Yeah, I think that it's good that they didn't replace him. I think it's like replacing Chadwick Boseman. It's hard, even though they're gonna keep the Black Panther character alive, but it's not gonna be T'Challa.
I don't.
I think that I believe. I hope it's Michael B. Jordan. That's what I'm hoping that it is. That they bring kill. I forget his name now. But you know what I mean.
I know him. I know Michael too, but I don't know how I feel personally about them. I obviously I know it's got to continue. Black Panther's got to continue, and I do respect them keeping him alive in that universe, but it is called Black Panther, and we're not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. It's kind of a similar situation.
It's okay. Like anyone can feel the mantle of Black Panther. It's like in Dark Knight Rises. Essentially, Batman is saying anyone can feel the mantle of the Batman. Even though I believe if they was going to continue with Joseph Gordon-Levitt would have been Robin. He literally would have been like Darkwing. I think that's who he would have. Nightwing. He's a Nightwing.
Yeah.
Not Darkwing. That's the right. Yeah. But let's get dangerous. But yes, I make a Darkwing Duck reference in this podcast. But anyway.
But why?
But why
Am I Ryan Reynolds' poor imitation? But why?
Why so serious, Brandon? But anyway,
Because it's the Joker.
So
even though it's a Batman movie.
Yeah. So what do you think about also when I talked about the tech in this movie?
Yes.
Lucius Fox, and I didn't pick up on this the first time I watched it. I did on the second time. That he really. It's crazy to say I only seen this movie twice.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I watched it initially, but I don't think I watched it again. I might have watched it maybe once before again, but
now overall the whole movie I've probably seen 5 or 6 times, but I have rewatched Heath Ledger scenes. I would fast forward just for him like 20, 30 times. I mean, I when I say I was obsessed with this movie, I mean it.
You know how
I was.
And looking at this scene, and I know I keep talking about Dark Knight Rises as well.
That's because you rewatched it.
Yeah, but like Bane actually.
It was a great Sean Connery impersonation, wasn't it?
It's pretty good. It's pretty spot on. But he does a good job with like he was like he's not the Joker's level of like planning things out, but he was he pretty much made his like cavern up under the Wayne Enterprises, and that's where he like defeated him at, like broke his back. But I thought that was pretty good, but no, Joker. Look at this guy. He's excellent.
Yeah, I mean, he is. And to your point, Tom Hardy as Bane was really good. And then I would say, of all the Batman movies I've seen, that not Joker included, I would say Tom Hardy's as Bane is probably my second favorite.
Yeah.
Of the Batman, all of them.
All the.
Yeah,
Batman
I'm not including
properties.
Jack's Joker because Jack's Joker would be number 2 for me, but. You take Joker out of the equation, I think Tom Hardy as Bane was probably my favorite villain.
I'm gonna say Heath Joker is number 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Joaquin's Joker is number 2. I think Jack's 3. I think Mark Hamill would be 4. I have heard his voice working, done it, but I really
for me it's hard to put voice acting
in animated.
In a live action, because we're talking live action. I mean, I understand when people do it. I understand Bill. Mark Hamill is excellent as Joker. I've seen some of the footage.
He did a good job as Cockknocker.
I have seen some of his performances in the Batman animated series. So he is excellent. Like, he's probably the best. Like, voice. He does the voice, the laugh. He probably has the best laugh. I mean, Mark Hamill is excellent. I wouldn't take anything away from him. He is much more than Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Like, I wouldn't even say Luke's his best character.
I love how that guy tried to blackmail Lucius, and he was like, you're gonna try to blackmail, the guy. You say that he's Batman, right? Which is ridiculous. But if he is, and he punches people in the face all night long, dressed in this, cape or whatever, you're gonna blackmail this guy? Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, but he's gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
But then Joker, I love how Joker's Batman's BFF. Let's be real. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Joker is Batman's best friend. Why? Because this guy was gonna go ahead and reveal who Batman is, and Joker ain't about that. Joker's like, no. Instead, I'm gonna pay anybody. Well, no, not pay, but I will. If no one kills this guy in the next whatever, I'm gonna blow up a hospital. He's gonna do it anyway.
He was gonna do it anyway.
But he just also as a bonus, because Batman's his boy, right?
It's his boy now.
He's gonna kill this dude. Man, don't worry about it, Batman. Nobody's gonna have to know who you are. I don't even want to know who you are.
That's a true friend right there.
That's a real friend. That is a friend that got your back. He doesn't want Batman dead. Honestly, if you think about it, in this whole movie, nowhere in this movie does he truly want Batman. Like, he's dead. He doesn't try to kill him. Yeah, sure, he's 6 dogs on him, but that's it.
Like, I would say in the beginning, before he knew who he really was, before he was having a lot of fun, because it was business at that point in time for the Joker. But, something magical happened in the process. Like, oh, man, this guy's a lot of fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
This beats screwing the mafia over. I mean, this is where it's at, And I just it was oh man, it just for me this will always be my favorite Chris Nolan movie, and I love because I remember when they did this movie, what he told the whole cast.
Yeah, this is my favorite Christopher Nolan
He
movie.
told the whole cast, go watch Heat with De Niro and Pacino, because this is the inspiration. You go watch that. You know what? This is better than Heat, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you got Pacino and De Niro on top of their game. Val Kilmer. I mean, you got a great cast in that movie, but it was, man, what he did, and I totally see Heat in this movie. I totally do. I mean, it was this is just it's a mastermind at his best.
Yeah.
It's a classic movie.
I love Joker's slow clap when they made him commissioner. It's just lazy though. It's like just great. But yeah, he's like look at look Heath Ledger Joker, like he's like in his face. He has that scar on his lip that he keeps looking at scars, almost like a dog will lick at like a wound or something, and so he's just so he had to go. Honestly, he had to go to a dark place.
He did
in order, and I think that ultimately that he's such a method actor, and he had to go to a really dark place in order to become the Joker. That ultimately it probably led to the end of his life. He had demons and stuff, but yeah, he's just a guy that we lost too soon, man.
Yeah, I mean,
he reminded me. He put me in the mind of River Phoenix. You know what I mean? Like he's that like, and I say this about River. I felt that River was a guy that had that it factor that was more than just a child star or whatever, that he was destined to be and do great things, and unfortunately, his life was cut too short. So same with Heath.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of River Phoenix movies, but the films I did see him in, he was tremendous. Mm-hmm. And I would even say that I felt the same way about Corey Haim.
Yeah.
Before he got into drugs really bad. Mm-hmm. If he would have stayed away from all that, he would have surpassed Corey Feldman. Well, he did anyway, but he would have really branched out and became a really big star past the teenage years. And, unfortunately, he got blacklisted along with Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
I think Corey was probably a bad influence on him.
Yeah.
With Feldman.
Definitely.
But, I don't know, I mean, did you see the TV movie they did of him?
No, I'm okay.
I watched it, and they kind of made Feldman kind of came off like he was the good one, when obviously he was the jealous one.
But
not to get off on that.
We'll get back to this. But yeah, I think that like the scene between Bale and Ledger with Joker and Batman was really good. Like the energy that they fed off one another. And just this Joker, someone asked me this, I think. Yeah, she said, what do you like they asked, what do I think about Joker in this movie? And I said, compared to all the other Jokers, they said, and I said, this Joker is not a Joker, except for you. You could be weird in this, but I want you a real honest answer, Brandon. Not the but this Joker is not a Joker that you would really want to hang out with, because he would literally probably kill you. Like there's that moment where like he will be entertaining, but then also he would have no problem killing you. Like this is how I feel about this Joker. Whereas like with Jack Nicholson's Joker, I don't feel like he would ultimately kill you, unless you Bob, poor Bob, right? But and then like with Joaquin, I feel the same way. I think Joaquin is only going to kill those that he felt that did him dirty.
Yeah. Or making fun of him, or
did him
dirty.
But
You're right.
What do you think about that? Like, do you feel like you could you see yourself hanging out with this Joker?
Could I see myself hanging out with this Joker? As much as I would love to, and I would. I mean, but it wouldn't be smart. It just wouldn't be smart. Cause no, I mean you couldn't trust this Joker. No one can trust him. He'll throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah, really.
And that's just the reality. Unless you're Batman, he won't throw Batman under the bus because he completes him. You know, and yeah, I would not trust this Joker. I would not want to be around this Joker in reality, because you hang around this kind of guy, your life is going to end, or you're going to end up in prison for life.
Yeah.
But, you know, but to watch him, I would love to be around just to watch.
Yep.
But, you know, I'm talking in a movie scale, not in true reality. I wouldn't want to watch him do what he does.
Yeah, because this man's going to murder a lot of people.
Yes, he is.
You know, but honestly, no, I would say more Bane would murder a lot of people than this Joker would.
I love, though, how he blows up the hospital with him still inside.
Yeah, I love this. Like I love him walking away. And this is all Heath right here, because like the explosion, the last explosion doesn't go off on time, and he's really waiting for it, and it doesn't go off, and he's just realizing that there should have been a big one, and so it's him really. This is just him ad-libbing, and you know, just being, you know, look, I love that, just like that, and then he pops the thing and then goes off. Look at his reaction. Love it. He jumps like he startles him. I love this. And he gets away, man. Oh, such a good character. But yeah, we already went to an hour and 6 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and bring it to a close. So, what did you think about the end of this movie, Brandon?
Like after the
so the end with well, you can talk about the boat scene, the standoff with the boat, the Joker and Batman final battle, and then Harvey Dent, and then how it ends.
Oh, the boat with the people inside. I thought with the criminals, with Tiny Zeus.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah. The little amount of time he actually has in this movie, but the presence he has in this movie is amazing. Mm-hmm. This would probably be my favorite acting performance that he did.
Yeah,
and it's very little. It's very short, but it's so great.
And it shows his humanity.
It shows they have more humanity. The criminals have more humanity than the actual civilians on the other boat.
Yeah,
and
because he got to this last moment, and he thought about the fact that you have a trigger in your hand, and you can blow up one boat, you know, or you don't honestly know how the Joker's mind is. Who knows? Who'd say that won't blow up your boat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, and then, you know, but it's just such a good role. It's such a good scene. And life is too precious.
Mm-hmm.
And
the disappointment.
The disappointment. Look, he realized that it didn't go off. And Batman, oh yeah, I can't do that. The deep down, everyone's as ugly as you. You're alone. He talks like he's a mouth breather, like in this whole movie. That's why I couldn't stand about Christian Bale in this movie. Like I don't like his Batman voice.
You got to do everything yourself, don't we? And here we go. I mean, it's
but he doesn't, and then he says, I love when he's hanging and dangling and doing.
Yeah, that is actually
just,
one of my
all they need
parts.
is a little push.
Yeah,
yeah, I love it.
Because then he's letting Batman know that he's turned Harvey from a White Knight to Two-Face. You know, he took your White Knight, your hero,
and turned him into Dark Knight. So, but
yeah, I love that. And I love. We didn't really talk much about Aaron as, you know, Harvey and Two-Face. We said he did great, and he does do great, and he's excellent in the end when he actually becomes Two-Face.
Yeah.
The scene with him and Joker, the awkwardness,
yeah.
Just so you know, when I say it wasn't personal, you know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah. You know.
And he flips the coin, Of course, we don't see the result, but clearly Joker survives it, and Harvey goes on his rampage of he honestly gives people a chance. He does. And that's the thing about him, because it's a two-faced coin.
Yeah.
If it's the regular head, you live. If it's the burnt side, you die.
Yeah.
But he was going to kill Gordon.
But then he kept flipping him. One dude until he gets no, he flipped one, and then he's like, you're lucky, but and your driver's not so lucky. And he just puts the seatbelt on and shoots the driver.
Yeah.
And it crashes. But yeah, but the point is, for the lie, so that people won't think, oh, well, everyone is a criminal. Batman said, take it on me. Say that I killed Harvey Dent. Say that I killed these people. I did it. Make me the villain, so that he would be the hero that the city needs. And they pass the Dent Law, the Dent Act, and things like that. But then Bane comes in and opens it up and says no.
One thing I hated about it, the ending of the movie, I hated that he killed Harvey. Because this was not his movie at all. I mean, there's Two-Face. Barely on there is Two-Face. I felt he should have been the third villain for the third movie. And they obviously went with Bane, but
I'm glad they went with Bane, honestly. I thought that you needed someone that felt like they could beat Batman, and he literally Batman throws everything but the kitchen sink at him, even the kitchen sink, and Bane just took it and broke his back and just broke him. It almost reminded me of whenever, honestly, I know it's a wrestling reference, but when Brock Lesnar would massacre someone in the ring, like someone that he's they trying to fight, like Cena, for instance, when he suplexed the heck Cena or Roman Reigns or something like that, it just pretty much destroys him in the ring, and they keep in I think at one point there's blood or something, he just wipes it off.
That was with Hogan.
Yeah, that's with Hogan.
Yeah, he just wiped the blood off.
Yeah, and it's just it's the same thing. He's killing. Bane was killing your icon, your icon that you love. I'm defeating him right now.
Yeah,
I love that.
I was actually shocked when they did that in The Dark Knight Rises, in the first half of the movie, how easy it was for him to destroy Batman. I mean, it was shocking. I know it happened in the comics as well, and I think it's my issue with that movie, though, that he beat him so quickly, and the rest of the movie, for the most part, at least Act 2 and a part of Act 3, is Bruce recovering, while Bane controls the city. I thought the movie was way too long.
Yeah, it was, but
I did love Tom Hardy as Bane, though, in that movie. So I give him props. I mean, I know a lot of people said they couldn't understand him, but I was I understood him just fine. And you even said issues with Nolan's sound.
Yeah, Nolan has an issue, and I'm glad you brought that up. I totally forgot about it. Nolan, I don't know about on what you watched, how you watched it, if it sounded good, you hear the dialogue.
Once with Christian Bale's Batman, I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
One time.
Scene. It's times where I had my screen up to 50 in order just to hear the dialogue, and it's still almost at a whisper. But then whenever explosions or gunshots happen, it's just over.
But he does. The Tenet was another one. They said
I hated Tenet. I hated Tenet. Tenet's the worst movie I've ever seen. No, it's not the worst, but it's really bad.
I'm just not a Chris Nolan fan.
I'm not a Chris Nolan guy. I liked Inception. I liked Memento.
When I first saw it. Memento I liked. Dark Knight I love.
Yeah, Dark Knight is the best word.
Dunkirk was a fine war film. I mean, it was fine. No real story, just the consequences of what's going on, that kind of a story. So, but for me, Nolan gets, he gets, I don't know, characterized as this
he's the
genius.
Great. Yeah.
Almost like a Spielberg.
Directors. Yeah. Mike Flanagan is a better director. Just gonna throw that out there. Anyway. He is.
Well, he's a different type of director.
But he proved me wrong. He's bad. Actually, if you're gonna do the same genre type of stuff, All right. So
I would say James Wan can do
James Wan.
Nolan.
James
Nolan
Wan
does.
is a better director. J.J. Abrams is a better director.
Yeah.
I say that.
I love JJ. Though.
Yeah, I say because it feels very Bruckheimer at times. Bruckheimer is better than Chris. I just in my opinion, Bruckheimer is better than Chris Nolan. But
I do. I believe he is overrated.
yeah,
I
that's
know
how I feel
that's
about it.
controversial to say.
That's controversial. I know people are gonna hate our podcast now, but that's fine. I don't care.
They're gonna hate our opinions of Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan. I wouldn't say hate the podcast.
But yeah, I just think that that's just my thoughts. But anyway, ready to give our final thoughts, our final marks.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna give Dark Knight 5 markouts out of 5. It truly is a summer blockbuster movie, and I think that it is probably in my opinion, the best Batman movie, bar none. The best Batman movie. There's no way anything else could ever compete with this Batman movie.
Not yet. I mean,
I'm pulling for Robert Pattinson. I'm pulling for him to be good, but
I think the issue there that it could have too many villains. Because there's a lot, from what I've heard. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of villains.
You shouldn't start out with a lot of villains. You always should start out like.
Maybe there's gonna be one big villain and just
a minute villain.
You spread your little ones out.
Yeah.
Maybe to set up something. I don't know what they're doing, but I like the director. He's from the Apes films. I can't think of his name right now, but I like him. But my marks is 5. I mean, come on. I wouldn't support this if it wasn't gonna be a positive review. Yeah. So it's 5 marks out. 5 markouts. I mean, it's a classic Batman movie. It's a classic comic book movie, and to a lot of people, feel this is the best comic book movie ever made.
Yeah.
I can't say it's I always go back to The Crow. I just love that story, that tragic story. I won't say The Crow is a better movie than Dark Knight, but the story itself, it just
it's a gripping story.
Yeah.
But no, I'd say Dark Knight. Yeah, as far as my favorite comic book movie, I wouldn't say Dark Knight is my favorite comic book adapted film or whatever. I'm still to my heart a Superman guy, and
that's understandable.
And I would. You got Fully Superman on my wall right there, right? But
you can see it a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say that Superman 2 is probably my. But also I loved X-Men. I loved X-Men. I thought X-Men was great. I thought
I really liked.
I loved I loved Logan. Logan is a terrific film. And then I think that obviously the MCU stuff, man, I love. Yeah, for what it's worth, man, Endgame is
95% of the time what Marvel does is classic.
Thor Ragnarok is like a perfect film. I love that movie. I love Thor Ragnarok.
I would say my favorite, comic book film in recent memory is probably Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
That was a really good one. It felt gritty. I love it.
But I don't know what my actual favorite. It'd be something we would have to think about. I mean,
it's hard to just answer.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be a list. We're gonna do it. I'm not gonna put Brandon up to that, not yet. But all right.
List.
But thank you for tuning in. We're gonna tonight. If you check out our channel, we will come with some thoughts on Quiet Place 2. It opened in theaters yesterday. We're gonna see it today, and let you know what we think about it. And next week we're here with.
Is that the theme?
From Gremlins? Yes.
It's been a while, apparently, for me.
I don't remember the theme. It's been a while for me, but I remember that. But yeah, Gremlins.
Yeah, I'm picking Gremlins next week.
We have Gizmo. He might be with us.
I was gonna go Ghostbusters, but I was like, I'm not feeling it. I think maybe Ghostbusters maybe a week before the new movie comes out.
Yeah, we'll do Ghostbusters a week before the new movie. For my next blockbuster, I'm leaning towards Back to the Future.
He's leaning.
I'm leaning towards it, but also I think maybe I should leave the 80s and go somewhere else. But it's hard. The 80s was awesome, man.
Never leave the 80s. Never.
But yeah, and I wasn't gonna do Edge of Tomorrow, but I don't think technically, even though it shows up on Google as a blockbuster, I don't think it was.
It
I don't think
it made money, but it didn't.
I wouldn't call it a blockbuster. I mean, it's
It was
something
a
that
very enjoyable film.
I'll watch it though.
Like
Eventually.
it was it's like literally one of my favorite theatrical cinematic experiences I've ever experienced.
Okay. But we're gonna end this, man, because it's 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're going over.
We thank you. We love you. We appreciate you listening to us. Aaron with love.
Brandon Spivey.
Thank you for marking out with us.